Okay, what we have here is basically the light that we're going to light up, and it's in a regular lamp holder connected to an antenna, which is right there, and then the antenna is connected to a collector, which is right there. That's the collector. Let me get a close up of that collector. That collector is essentially, that's the collector, a close up of the collector. We'll back up out of that just a little bit. Once again, that's the receiver. Now, wire going down to the floor is somewhat of an antenna, and it's going down to the floor, and it could be going to a regular antenna, if you will. There's the setup, partial setup. There's the transmitting antenna right there, and of course the transmitting pod, and then the oscillator and the power supply. The power supply is a standard 12 volt connected up to the oscillator, connected up to the transformer, configured in such a way, and then of course we have the antenna. And that's pretty much the full setup of the unit. What I'm going to do is go tweak the power, and you'll see me turn up the power. Turn on the power here, and of course turn on the light here. And you can see the light go on. And that's pretty bright. That's pretty high watt light bulb, so that's on. I'm tweaking the power. As you can see the demo, that's AC power, real AC. So what we have here is a transformer. I'm shining a light on it so you can get a view of the transformer. That's the primary, and that's the secondary. And of course that drives the antenna. Here we have the oscillator unit right there, and of course I'm going to take a look at the oscillator right there, and then it drives the antenna. It's connected right at the side of the antenna. That is antenna screen. And of course it drives the other screen, driving the other transformer, driving the lamp. And once more we'll take a picture of the lamp, just the lamp, and basically you can see, I'll turn it on, and there's the lamp on. Raw AC power. So this is the test setup. And once again, I'll back up a little bit here. The transformer fed by the cord, which is basically just going into the wall to 110, and then of course it feeds the transformer, feeding the oscillator, feeding the transformer, the antenna, and then of course receiving. And that's the unit that does a lot of the high power. We can go longer distance with better equipment and better design. Let me back this up a little bit, and that's the whole unit right there, and that's the unit as it sits. This is the unit on the table I want to demonstrate. The power supply basically is coming from right there, very small power supply unit, 1.3 amps. It's feeding the oscillator, feeding the pod or the transmitter, feeding an antenna. This antenna could sit vertically, horizontally, or straight up. It's right now sitting on a bulb, fluorescent bulb. and then it goes all the way into another antenna right there that I made, and this is for the lamp. And basically the antenna feeds this receiving collector, and that receiving collector is right there, standard collector, and of course it has a light bulb connected to it. That goes up all the way to an antenna, and that antenna basically just hangs on the wall. Of course we got the TV over there, the monitor. Now this is another receiver. It's got an antenna on it, and it basically feeds the another type of transformer, little different type of transformer in configuration of how it's configured. They're jumpered together, the different primaries are jumpered together to give it gain. I'll try and go through that very slow.